taller opponent may seem difficult. Generally, when you envision yourself fighting someone or when you're training, you're going up against someone that's of the same height and weight as you. In the professional setting, that's typically what the case is, okay? Well, at least you're going up against someone with the same weight as you. You're in the same weight class, okay? Their height may vary. So a person can be a heavyweight and can be 5'7". A person can be a heavyweight and be, in the case of this bag, from the floor up to the top of the bag, 6'6", okay? This is about 6 inches higher than my head at the most. But the height, the size and shape of your opponent will vary, okay? When we're talking about fighting a taller opponent, you don't have to do so much different from you would when you're facing an opponent the same height as you, but you do have to switch up what you do, okay? So for instance, if I'm throwing a jab to my opponent here, his hands will clearly be up here to protect his face, all right? If I constantly throw punches to his head, he's going to block most of them or slip, move, bob, weave. He's going to get his head out the line of fire. One thing people tend to forget in a fight, or maybe they don't forget this, but it's often, unless you routinely spar or train, in particular spar, you're most likely going to be a headhunter, okay? It's not egregious. Once again, like I said, it's a natural thing to do to hunt for your opponent's head. But the rest of the body can be targeted as well. If you're constantly hitting your opponent in the body, their hands will eventually drop because it's going to click into their head. He keeps on attacking my body, so I got to defend the body. And if your opponent doesn't know how to defend their body, then it leaves them open for a shot up top. I know that was sloppy, but you get the message. So if I'm fighting a taller opponent, what I want to do is break his guard. I want to bring his guard lower from his face so that he sees I'm constantly attacking his body. This definitely helps you if you're not boxing, but you're kickboxing or doing Muay Thai, okay? Because now you have the whole body to target, okay? In boxing, and this isn't a matter of trying to limit boxing, but in boxing you only hit certain areas. Anything below the belt is impermissible in boxing, okay? So when we're talking about getting your opponent to drop their guard, what I would like to do is go to their body, okay? Straight shots to their body. I also want to work my way inside, all right? So I can keep him at length with shots to the body, okay? And I want to open him up. I open him up by going to the body. Once he drops his guard, then I can go up top to his head, okay? If I'm kickboxing, okay, or doing MMA, anything outside of boxing, I have his legs to open up, okay? So I can actually work his head here. I can go high to his head and then come to his body. Go to his legs. I can also go to his body, the body kick. Okay. What the goal is to open up his head and create that space. I want to bring his hands down from his face. That's what I want to do to him. Okay. Now, if he has great head movement, you can still do the same thing. Okay. It don't matter how great your opponent's head movement is. It's not the same as trying to protect your body, okay? So that's what I want to do. The last video I posted dealt with the overhand strike, okay? So how do you set the overhand strike up? You typically go to the body. You can still go to the head as well, but against a taller opponent, going for the overhead strike will be difficult because they'll sit on it their way. You expect someone to hit you in the face or attack your face, okay? So if I'm going to my opponent's body, that's going to open up his head. Now I have to be mindful of that because if I'm fighting a taller opponent, and I'm going to the body right here, he can come over the top with his own shot, okay? Jab, cross, hook, downward, overhand punch. He can come with anything he wants, okay? Because I'm going to the body against a taller opponent, all right? So what I have to do is work my way inside. I go to a jab here, then come right in, okay? And when I'm right here, then I can attack his body. As I'm attacking his body, the more I attack his body, the more he has to protect his body, which then means I can go up top. Okay? That's for boxing. I can work my way inside. I can also use angle, use footwork to work my way around it. Boom, 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 boom. Come back around. Okay, I stay inside the pocket, okay? I want to use his reach and make his reach a disadvantage for him, okay? Because the closer I stay inside, the worse it gets. Also, I can generate that power also from this distance right here, okay? If I close that distance, I can do more damage inside, okay? And that's actually where I want to be. I don't want to be on the outside, because if I'm on the outside, he can keep me away with his range. The more length your opponent has, the more space they can work with. And the more space they can work with, the better they can utilize their range, okay? So, once again, if we're going outside of boxing, then I can open up more. I can go to kicks, okay? Maybe I can keep his leg, okay? I got more of a variety. I can come back and come to the outside, all right? I can do all those things. Boom, boom, boom. I can even come back out, okay? Boom. I can use my hands as a long reach toward my way in. Using a long guard here. Come back with a round kick. Okay. Jab, slip inside. Okay. I can still work my way inside. Okay. But the main goal is to get his hands to drop. Okay. If I take his attention away from his face, then I can go back to his face he won't expect it. Okay. I can do something simple. Boom. A quick point about combinations is the last strike you throw in the combination is the kill shot. Okay? Boom. Alright. I can throw a jab here, boom, fake, go to a Superman punch. Right to his midsection. I can easily just go and attack his midsection. Boom. Okay? That's how you fight a taller opponent. But you don't necessarily have to go for his head. Okay? I can just attack his body, not necessarily all day. But if I'm going from one level to another, I have to make sure that his attention stays at that level before I go to the other one. Okay? For example, I can continue jabbing his body, boom, jab his body, boom. Then, when he doesn't expect it, I step in, boom, boom. Hook to his head. Because he's protecting his body, and even at a high level, professionals will drop their hands to protect their body, leaving their face wide open, which means they end up getting clipped, okay? That's the worst thing you can do. So once again, jab his body, make sure to cross his body, okay? Then, fit, right up top, okay? So what you have to do is switch up what you would do. Anything you would do against an opponent that's the same height as you, you can actually do to an opponent that's taller than you, even shorter than you, okay? If they're shorter than you, it's different, because then you have to switch up your tactics, okay? A shorter opponent will do the same thing to you, what you would do to a taller opponent, all right? But there's always a way to fight someone, regardless of what their size, their shape, or their weight is, okay? So don't ever think that just because someone's taller than you, you can't hurt them. But if you just focus on trying to hit them in the face, you're gonna mess yourself up, okay? Never forget, your opponent's entire body, depending on what your skill set is the target. I don't have to go to my opponent's face just to hurt them. I can hurt them in their body. I can hurt their leg. I can even punch their arm if I want to. I can punch their shoulder, okay? The entire body, you can target anywhere. You can hit your opponent wherever you want to hit them. You understand what I'm saying? You do not have to constantly just focus on their face. You don't have to do that, all right? I'll see you guys in the next video.